Every day, more and more SCPs are being discovered. At this point, everything around us is probably an SCP. This year alone, hundreds of SCPs have been created. So let's take a look at them. From an SCP that will make you cut off your own nose, to another SCP that will make you instantly fall in love with it. Let's talk about these and more only in today's video. Starting off this countdown, we have SCP-5127. SCP-5127 is a straw hat with a red pattern on it. The style of the hat looks like one that is used during the Brazilian celebration Festa Junina, or June's Party. This hat is worn by humans. However, once it's placed on your head, it will make the world around you slow down. One person that witnessed someone put SCP-5127 on their head said they instantly disappeared. Additionally, if you put this SCP on, you will be unable to remove it off your head for approximately 2 minutes. The effects of wearing this hat are still unknown. As of now, it's kept in a closed room of Site-19. It's forbidden to remove the SCP at any cost. Now, this SCP was first discovered when field agents were sent to investigate some unusual murder cases in Brazil. Legend goes that there was an invisible entity responsible for these attacks. The SCP was later found in possession of a man named Gabriel Silveira. Later, he admitted to the Foundation that he was responsible for the attacks and was wearing the hat at the time of them. Moving on to number 9, we have SCP-5834. And if you guys are liking this video so far, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because it really helps us out. SCP-5834 is a black sea cucumber. But if you look at it, you will start to see it as your ideal romantic partner. The people that look at the sea cucumber then go on to spend a lot of time with it and try to court it in various ways. They are unable to see that they are actually falling for a sea cucumber. This behavior will continue on until the individual is separated from SCP-5834 for a week. Now it is held in an aquarium at Site-19. All personnel have to wear a neural blocker before entering and looking at the SCP. If they do stare at it without this blocker, they have to be supervised until SCP's trance wears off. Moving on to number 8, we have SCP-3873. SCP-3873 is an American grizzly bear. But it's not just any old bear. No, it has a bunch of cybernetic enhancements fused into its body. It's also got a number of scars all over its body. And it can speak English, although it's not the best at the language. On top of it all, it can produce these liquid bubble type spheres out of its mouth. When these spheres pop, they will release a high-pitched noise. It's still unknown what this noise has the ability to do. SCP-3873 was first discovered in New Jersey after being caught eating food scraps from a dumpster. It is now contained in a large containment cell at Site-83. Moving on to number 7, we have SCP-5713. SCP-5713 is a 567-page hardcover book titled Holy Bibal, with the words "by Moose" written on the spine. It's not to be confused with the Holy Bible. This SCP has the ability to attract individuals to it. When humans read 2 to 5 pages of the book, they will become obsessed with it and feel the urge to share it with others. Sometimes they will try to purchase multiple copies of SCP-5713. They have also sent money to accounts associated with the book. If a subject exposed to SCP-5713 fails to send any money to these accounts for over 30 days, the subject will rapidly increase in body temperature. And upon reaching a skin temperature of 49 degrees Celsius, they will be transported to an unknown location. All copies of SCP-5713 are kept in Storage Locker 8 in the Site-63 Safe Anomaly Wing. Coming in at number 6, we have SCP-5369-A. SCP-5369-A is a woman named Florence Pennymew. She does not age, however, she can be killed. Once she dies, her body will turn into dust. Then she will reappear somewhere around the world an uncertain amount of time later. Then we have SCP-5369-B, who is a woman exactly like Florence, except her job is to end her by any means. SCP-5369-B is theorized to be a serial killer, but all the victims are Florence. So does that really make you a serial killer? I mean, technically she has killed multiple times, but it's the same person that just keeps being brought back to life. SCP-5369-A is located in a humanoid containment cell in an undisclosed site. This is to try and protect it from SCP-5369-B. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with SCP-5232. SCP-5232 is a website known as theperfectdate.now. It appears to be just a regular dating website from the mid-2000s, but it definitely isn't. It's quite weird. Visitors on the site have gone on to develop some temporal and spatial anomalies. Now, once you enter the site, it will prompt you to fill out a form asking you some personal questions. Then you are asked to pay a fee. Upon payment, you will receive an address and 2 tickets for an event or activity. That is supposedly your date, location, and event. SCP-52321 is the location given by SCP-5232, and it's a large abandoned building. The doors to the building will only open when it's the time of the person's date. Then the building transforms into multiple venues. In some cases, the interior will look like you're outside. It has a complete weather system. Okay, not gonna lie, that sounds pretty sick, minus the negative consequences. Like, I wanna go on a date in a magic transforming building, that's cool. In our 4th spot, we have SCP-5228. SCP-5228 is a giant cheese pizza. But believe me, you don't wanna be consuming this one. So this SCP has toppings including pepperoni, peppers, olives, onions, and steak grilled sliders. Sounds yummy, right? Wrong. It's also got dragon fruit, chocolate, cow tongue, and cough medicine. Yeah, and you guys thought pineapple on pizza was weird. SCP-5228 is located within a pizza box labeled Spicy Crust Pizzeria 1 Chain. However, this SCP can never be separated from its box. The strands of cheese connect it with the box. And apparently both the SCP and its box are indestructible. Now, when the box is opened, SCP-5228 can also mimic the function of a laptop. Yeah, under the lid, you will see a display monitor, and then you'll be able to access the internet from it. And it can bypass any security locks on any site. SCP-5228 is currently kept inside a high-value storage unit in Site-15. The unit is to remain locked, and the combination is changed bi-weekly. Moving on to number 3, we have SCP-5496. SCP-5496 is a machine that is capable of creating thunderstorms. Not only that, any cattle in the vicinity that hears the thunder and is directly underneath the thundercloud will liquefy completely. Then they will solidify into 4 grams of American cheddar cheese. That byproduct has been named SCP-54961. I mean, that's an easy but expensive way to get your hands on some instant cheese. SCP-5496 was first discovered when an entire stock of cattle at Catskill Cattle Company randomly liquefied during a thunderstorm. The owner of the company contacted the authorities when this happened, and then the SCP Foundation was called to investigate. SCP-5496 is to remain in a secure item storage locker at Site-83. Any cattle affected by this SCP is to be collected and properly disposed of by the Foundation. Moving on to number 2, we have SCP-5390. SCP-5390 is a weird phenomena that occurs in the Roma district in Mexico City. This occurs between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock if you are eating a tamale. If you are at that given place at that given time eating a tamale, then a human finger will instantly manifest itself into the tamale. I know, it's gross. One of the first times this was discovered was by a woman named Miss Adelina Lopez Luna. She was eating a tamale when a right thumb appeared in her food. The thumb belonged to her deceased husband. Another time, the left pinky finger of a deceased woman named Patricia Abel Santos, a Mexican journalist, appeared in another tamale on another occasion. All found fingers are stored in a cryogenic storage locker at Site-30. To avoid this from happening to people, food sellers are prohibited to sell in that area around that time. And no one can eat a tamale in that area at that time. And in our number 1 spot, we have SCP-5906. SCP-5906 is pretty whack, not gonna lie. That's why it's number 1 on this list. So SCP-5906 is an instructional video guide on how to perfectly kiss vertically. This video has been posted on a number of platforms, all by the same user, XOXO. All attempts to trace the poster have failed. Now, if you watch the video, it will tell you that in order to kiss perfectly vertically, you will need to remove your partner's nose. Yeah, it will then prompt you to slice it off. This SCP was first discovered after a young couple in Tokyo were hospitalized. Both had their noses lopped off and lost a lot of blood. The internet is now being closely monitored for this video, and the Foundation removes it immediately from public view when found. Several copies of SCP-5906 are being kept in secure video storage. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know which of these new SCPs is your favorite. And now let's quickly move on to our comment shout-out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, What If Lovecraftian Creatures Were Real? It was a marathon video. Joshua Pintard commented, what if reincarnation was real and we could remember our past lives? Well, I've done a lot of videos on reincarnation and it seems like it's real. Like, there's a lot of kids out there that remember their past lives and it's pretty creepy. You should do some research on it. It will blow your mind. Peyton Lewis commented, we'd be done for. That's what. You know what, Peyton? You need to think positively, okay? We'd be positively done for. Yeah, I agree. Retro Gaming commented, what if the dinosaurs didn't go extinct? I mean, that'd be pretty cool, you know, just look in your backyard and like there's a T-Rex just walking by. Just kidding. They scare me. Not actually, but like that would be scary. Have you seen Jurassic Park? Come on. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shoutout. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Life's Biggest Questions for more thought-provoking videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and stay curious, YouTube. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you one. No, oh my god, I did the wrong intro. Wow! Okay. Alright guys, that's all. Alright guys, outro.